Greetings everyone, I'm Stephen Lasmarias, editor of E-Times Asia, and welcome to Innovex. With me today is one of the superstars of our industry, the inventor of USB flash memory, Dov Moran. Here's an interesting fact. It's about 37 years ago when he was reading E-Times and he came across an article describing a non-volatile flash memory that doesn't need any battery. That's where the idea he got from to form M Systems, and the rest is history. Dov, thank you very much for being with us today.
Pleasure meeting you.
All right. So Dov, first things first, can you please tell us more about, so you're doing your firm now. So can you please tell us more about your firm, Grov Ventures?
Go Ventures is a venture capital fund. It's based in Israel. We are dealing with Israeli startups. We are doing deep tech investments. And you should ask, what is deep tech? There is no such definition. In our eyes, deep tech is the really core technology, or things which are behind the technology. This is semiconductors and cloud infrastructure, materials, space, quantum, all this really interesting stuff.
Right.
We are happy to help companies and establish them and make them large. That's what we are doing.
Right. So can you please share some of your current initiatives or programs related to startups?
So basically, we are investing money. You should ask what startup requires. It requires well, a lot of things. One of them is money. It's like building a car. You can have a perfect car. If there is no gas or electricity, battery, it doesn't go. And we are the guys who are actually not building the car, but providing the gas or electricity for it to go. But we do much more than that. In our fund, it is very important for us to really support the companies. We bring, me and my partners, a lot of experience.
Right.
Yes, I'm not young, actually I'm very young, but gathered over the years a lot of experience, tens of companies, activities with very large companies, very small companies. So we try to really work with the entrepreneurs and make them ready to go, ready to find customers, ready to find investors, and we are succeeding quite well.
Yeah, right. So apart from funding, you're also doing incubation, technology collaboration.
Sometimes we take small companies, two guys, get them into our offices, they sit there 6 months, go with crazy ideas.
Right.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. That's reality.
But that's the idea,
but that could be there. Or we go to companies that already raised maybe seed money, and they need the money to go to the next stage, and the money relations experience, which is what we are doing.
Yeah, all right. So, well, why does your firm engage with startups in the first place? Why startups?
I love startups. I've first of all, I established a few companies. I was chairman of Tower Semiconductors, from almost bankruptcy to value of billions of dollars. My first company, M Systems, that you mentioned, I sold it to Stanley's, $1.6 billion. But I love the energy of these young entrepreneurs, the crazy ideas, the bold ideas. I'm very lucky because in what I'm doing today, I have the ability to touch the future.
Right.
And you can do it with startups, with young companies.
Wow, that's a very great, it's like a vocation already. So, Dov, can you share some success stories, or some examples of impactful collaborations with your startups?
We invested in 44 companies. Now, to pick one out of the 44, it is very difficult. But I'll give you something which is not typical, but I think it's amazing success in what we are doing. We invested about 5 years ago in a company that was established actually 20 years ago. And they did a chip for space. Space, satellites. When you go to space, there is a lot of harsh environment. So the chip is rad-hard. Rad-hard stands for radiation hardening. And they did the business of making this chip, selling the IP, very small, $1 million, $2 million. And about 5 years ago, they almost went bankruptcy. They came to us. I know the inventor, the guy who established my age, great guy, doesn't understand anything in business. And finally, after understanding his very bad position, I said, listen, I'm going to give you $1 million on a pre-money value of 3. No one else was ready to give him a penny. He was really within bankruptcy.
Right.
But I want you to understand, we have to have somebody else to run the company. You'll be the president. He's the president. You should have change the strategy. You should allow us to go over and sell systems, not just 5 years after. The company just recently, 3 weeks ago, we got a contract for $70 million.
Wow.
The valuation is $250 million.
Wow.
They look for a new business. It's amazing stuff. I'm very proud. They did it. I just helped.
Yeah, you just helped. Yeah. Dov, looking ahead, what trends or opportunities do you see in the startup ecosystem, and how do you plan to stay engaged?
Shortly, AI is crazy. AI is changing the whole world. And of course, for startups, they have to be AI oriented. Use AI, think AI, understand it, what was in the past. Having software guys developing something, it's not going to work anymore. They need to be more bold. They must be faster. They must go into core technology. So things that you study a lot, chemistry, biology, health and AI, great combination.
Right.
There are so many opportunities for everybody to make this world better.
All right, great. Thank you very much again, Dov, for being with us today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
That's Dov Moran from Grove Ventures, another rock star in the semiconductor electronics industry. I'm Stephen Las Marias. Thank you very much for watching.